If you want to structure the response from an LLM using LangChain so that you can show the pieces on the UI or expose it as an API that will be used from an external system, in this video I will show you how. Keep watching. Hi there! I'm Manuel Gutierrez from thelighthouse.co, and I make videos that help you learn about different programming topics like AM, Docker, TensorFlow, Unity, and more. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe and the bell notification buttons below so you don't miss a thing. Let's start! In this series of videos, I will show you how to create a simple application that communicates with an LLM by using LangChain. In the first video, I will show you how to install the dependencies, create the application, and just communicate with OpenAI's ChatGPT and extract information out of a string. In the second video, this video, I'll show you how to transform it so that you can add a schema, and instead of getting a string as a response, you get a JSON, which can also be used for exposing an API that another application can use. In the third video, I will show you how to add a more complex schema so that you can add things like arrays and objects for the LLM to use when getting an answer. And on the fourth video, I will show you how to use a local LLM so that you can also use open source LLMs before you deploy and use another one served by AWS Bedrock or Grok. On the previous video, I showed you how to create an application to communicate with an LLM where you could provide some text and then extract some information from that text. Now there is a problem. This is awesome if we just want to see the text ourselves. Now, if we want to use it for an API, for example, let's say that we actually want to expose an API that from any text is able to extract the country, state, and a zip code or whatever you need, then this is not going to be enough because the one using the API will need to pre-process this text to get their data. So there is a way to fix this so that we can actually return the pieces one by one in an object so that you can say questions that country or questions that state or questions that zip code. So let's do that. Let's go to our LLM file and let's make some changes. Let's first import a structured output parser so that we can define a really simple schema for our JSON response. You can see here that we're defining it from names and descriptions, and we're telling it, hey, we need a country, a state, and a zip code to be extracted from the text. Now we need to create some format instructions so that the LLM knows what to do. You will see how it works later. Let's reference the format instructions from the prompt. So first of all, we need to go to our template and add format instructions as a variable. But this time we will define it as a partial variable. And this means that the value will be passed as part of the template object and not each time we ask the LLM to give us a response. Okay, so we're telling the LLM what to do, but we also need a way to parse the response from the LLM. So let's go to the chain and add an output parser so that it uses what we define at the top and take the plain text and actually transform it to a JSON. Save the file. Let's reload our page and try again. So now we got an error. Let's check one step at a time. First of all, we can see here that now our template has changed from just what we were showing before, where we just had the extract from the following text, country, so on and so forth, and then the text that the user provided. But we are also adding the instructions so that right now we're telling the LLM after the user's input that you must format your output as a JSON value, and it's telling it what goes into each one of the properties. This part is coming from LangChain when we defined the format instructions. Now the response, as you can see, is something with a JSON, and then we have a country as a property of an object with a state and zip code. And now you can see below that we have the questions and then countries, state, and zip code. Now the problem is that we never changed on the address information structure that we actually have an object here. So that's why React is complaining. So we add country, and then just in case, because the first time we will have nothing there, save, refresh, we call again the LLM, then we'll get the value for the property country. If we want to show the other properties, we just need to use them state and zip code. All right. Now the idea would be that for an API, we can now use those properties for that object. In the next video, I will show you how to create a more complex schema that will allow you to extract more complex information. Congratulations and thanks for watching. You can find a link to the post in the description below. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.